So let's jump right into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Former Athlete Society accountability call. As always, my name is Adam Ringler, and I am a strength conditioning coach and have been for almost 20 years working in Division I sports. And this call, right, these calls, our Former Athlete Society accountability calls, they are our weekly reset button, a chance to zoom out, reflect, and make sure that we're not just spinning our wheels, but actually moving forward in our training, in our lifestyle, in our mindset, and in our performance. So if you're watching this, whether it's a YouTube or live or our Blueprint broadcast channel, today I want to dive into 5 topics, powerful topics that hit on all fronts of performance and everything that former athletes like you, like me, like you, all of us need to continue and improve on. And that is just some general advice about your performance, some motivation, some productivity, some real world tactics, and maybe a technical training tip that you can use to grow and keep your progress climbing and getting better. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Our first topic today, and that is, it's this. Does skipping a workout actually make you weaker or stronger? I'll admit something. I took a day off from my training this week. Yeah, I did. At first, I kind of caught myself feeling a little guilty because I did. I didn't do my cardio. I was supposed to do 70 minutes cardio. I didn't do it. And that voice crept in. Did I mess up my consistency? Am I sliding backwards? Am I getting softer? But here's the truth. I didn't fail. I just reallocated that session to a whole different day. I pivoted. I adjusted. I kept moving forward. And the reason I took the day off, it's actually to spend the entire day with my family up in the mountains. A family enrichment day for me. And I'll be honest with you, that did more for probably my long-term motivation than another squat session or cardio session on the treadmill. See, I'm not stepping on a stage tomorrow. I'm not prepping for Mr. Olympia, Arnold Classic. I'm not doing any of that, right? For most of us, our timelines are somewhat flexible. We have the opportunity to structure our training around our life and not the other way around. So if you're competing or you got a deadline written in stone, yeah, you have to be kind of dogmatic about your training. But most of us doesn't live in that reality. We do have a chance to actually fill our cups in other ways. So I came back from that family day from the mountains, energized, grateful, and motivated to come in the next day and actually tackle my cardio. And I did that. I just adjusted my training plan and my training the following week. So sometimes the best progress, quote unquote progress, that you can make in the gym isn't actually in the gym. It's choosing what gives you longevity and fulfillment. And sometimes your body and your relationships will thank you for it. So you just got to be smart about how you pivot and how you adjust. And ultimately, your body will probably thank you for it and love you for it. So, don't be guilty that you miss a day. Sometimes one day is not going to be the make and break difference between success, long-term success, and sustainability. You got to be smart about how you approach these things. So if you are new to this YouTube channel or our broadcast channel, the Blueprint, our Former Athlete Society, and what we're building and what we're doing here, a couple things I need you to do just right away. I want you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell here on our channel, and sign up and get enrolled in what we're trying to build in this Blueprint, in this Former Athlete Society, because it is something special. I'm trying to give you the tools, the tactics, the techniques to be the most successful version of yourself. So hit the subscribe button, join us in our community today, and hit the notification bell. Slam that notification bell so that you get first access and first dibs to all of our videos when they're dropping, because we drop videos multiple times a week, and you're going to want to know when we actually do that. So do that first. I want to move on, and I want to talk about something maybe somewhat motivational, right? And this is what I do as a strength conditioning coach, but I'm going to lay the scene like this. Let's talk about maybe boring days. Let's talk about those boring days, because here's the thing. Boring days are okay. In fact, they're necessary. A lot of the training that we do, it's not flashy. It's not highlight reel worthy. It's not new PRs or fireworks. It's showing up. It's punching the clock. It's putting in the repetitions. So think about maybe farming, if you will. You plant seeds. You water the soil. You protect it from the weeds. Day to day, it feels like nothing is actually happening, right? But step back over a season, and that field is completely transformed. And training works in the same way. It's the acute week-to-week comparisons. And you might not even notice any of the change. But if you zoom out 6 months, a year later, and suddenly all of that boring work that you embraced has turned into something special. And the best athletes that I know that I've ever coached, they're not addicted to the fireworks. They're addicted to the actual process of getting better day after day after day. They know that boring and the mundanity of training is building them up. So next time that you're stuck in this sort of monotony, embrace it. That's the grind. That's what creates greatness. It's not the fireworks. It's not the PR. It's the day after day boringness of training, right? So I was looking at our analytics. I was looking at what our channel looks like here at the Adam Ringler YouTube channel. We can get these numbers up. We can end up having a couple more enrollments, right? Signing up for free, hitting the notification bell, liking some of the videos that we are posting. So send it to a friend, send it to a former teammate, send it to somebody that you know could get some value out of what we're talking about in these YouTube videos. You guys got teammates. Send it to a former teammate and say, hey, check out this coach. He's trying to share some tactics and some tools to help us get better. I promise once you do that, your teammates are going to look at you in a different way. They're going to say, hey, teammate, thanks for sharing this information with me. Really appreciate what you ended up doing, right? So head over there, make sure you do that. Hit the notification bell while you're over there. I want to move on, right? Let's talk about another thing. If you want to stop wasting hours every single week, here's my hack. And here's one of the most easiest things that you can do. One of my most favorite practical hacks that I do. And it's super simple. It's ridiculous that I even have to share this in somewhat of a video. I wear an Apple Watch and I run the sort of, it's called a modular watch face. And I do this, why? Because smack dab in the middle of it, I've got a stopwatch always waiting to go. Now, some of this is practical. I will tell you that. Sure, as a coach, having a stopwatch on demand is a necessity for training sessions, right? I use it all the time when I'm on the floor and I'm coaching. But what I've also found is that I use it so much consistently outside the gym. Cooking, stopwatch. That's easy, right? I hit the stopwatch there. Meal prep, stopwatch. Yeah. Kids' homework time. Yeah, I use it for the stopwatch, right? Family activities where I don't want to have time creep away from me. Yeah, I use the stopwatch there too. It sounds so simple, but it's powerful. When you put a time parameter on a task, you stop letting it bleed into everything. So how many times have you told yourself, hey, I'm just going to check email for a quick minute, and suddenly 25 minutes vanishes away? You create a boundary, and it keeps you sharp, keeps you efficient, keeps you present. That stopwatch isn't just about workouts. It's about reclaiming your day and your time. So no longer will you just jump into TikTok or here on Instagram and say, hey, I'm gonna scroll for a minute, and then find yourself 60 minutes washed away because you're watching TikToks time after time. So reclaim your day, reclaim your time, use a stopwatch. It's the easiest thing that you could certainly do. Let's move on to a new topic. But before I do, some of you in the chat here and in a broadcast channel and elsewhere have talked, hey, how do I get involved in this community? How do I join the Former Athlete Society #1? Here's the easiest way. Oh, it's not there. It's right here. It's adamringler.com. Head over to this website, adamringler.com. This is the easiest way to join. And you can become part of our society. You can join the Former Athlete Society. You could join our forever free channel, our tier called the Blueprint. And this is where our community, our Instagram, behind the scenes access, you guys get access to all of our free articles, right, in the Blueprint. If you want to level up from there, somewhere in between the Former Athlete Society and the Blueprint, we have the Master Plan. And the Master Plan provides you that premium level service, some of our private articles, our private podcasts, and some of the never before seen tactics and tools and articles and blogs that I publish that I don't publish to the Blueprint. So head over there, check it out. It is, once again, adamringler.com. It's in the middle of the screen, right? Now, if you're joining me on Instagram and you're like, hey, I'm already subscribed to your Instagram channel, right? How do I find that? Or maybe you're not subscribed to the Instagram channel. It's right here on the screen. You can follow me at Adam Ringler on TikTok, on Blue Sky, on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere else, YouTube as well, right? So let's do that. Let's move on. New topic, new thing to talk about in this accountability call, and it's this. If you want real progress, stop keeping your goals a secret. So let's talk about public accountability. There's a reason athletes perform at their very best in front of a crowd, not in an empty gym, right? It's when the lights are on and people are watching that stakes are real. And the same goes for us. When you tell people what you're going to do or you're going to do something, it creates external pressure. It creates an expectation. And that can be incredibly powerful. Why? Because nobody wants to be the one who said they'll do something and then never showed up to actually do it, right? It's why I run these calls. It's why I put on these accountability calls. It's why communities like the Former Athlete Society exists. Public accountability isn't about guilt tripping yourself. It's about harnessing the psychology of not wanting to let other people down. It makes the stakes real. It gives you a reason to keep your word, even on days when your motivation is thin. So don't underestimate ever, the power of saying your goal out loud. And sometimes the only thing that stands between thinking about it and actually doing it is telling somebody about it. Such a powerful mindset. This is the thing that I love the most, and I share it with our athletes, is to make your goals visible and real and tangible and public. So awesome piece of advice. I want to make sure I share that. If you've yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do. It's right there. Hit the subscription, right? Smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Hit the notification bell. We've talked about that already. Hit the notification bell over there on the screen so that you get first access to all of our videos, right? Let's move on. Again, I don't want this to be the longest video ever because I want sometimes different lengths of videos so that you guys can join us at different sort of attention spans, if you will. But this one's a real technical training tip that I think is really smart, right? One small change to your training split could unlock massive growth. And I want to be close with a more technical thought. I want to kind of dive in deep on this. And that's, for me, it's my off-season training approach. So I've always been a big fan of DC training, and this is out of Dante Trudell. This is also sort of like Jordan Peters, if you're familiar with him, some of his training philosophy and methodology for years. And it's a 3-day approach. It's an upper-lower split. You perform it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's simple, it's brutal, it's effective. I've been doing it since college. I love it. But here's where my head's at least for this upcoming growth phase, right? I've already talked about it in other calls. I'm looking forward to moving away from this sort of summertime cut and into a more growth phase, adding some lean muscle mass. And here's what I'm thinking. What if I added additional training day, right? By running it Monday, Tuesday, upper, lower, and then Thursday, Friday, upper, lower, right? And this split is done now across 4 days instead of 3. So my thought process is this. That's one more opportunity for stimulus of muscle growth each week, right? I'm hitting upper, lower, upper 1 week. So across 2 weeks, I'm hitting all these sessions. But now I'm hitting it twice. I'm hitting the full body 2 times in 1 week. And that's one more opportunity to grow. Now, the question then becomes, at least for me, and this is what I'm thinking, is can I recover from it? Because without recovery, it's not growth, it's just stress. And then that's where I'm thinking nutrition comes in. That's where prioritizing calories and sleep and recovery protocols matter even more. I have those things on lock right now, but the extra day is a lever that I can pull. If I can support it with the right recovery inputs, the payoff could be big, right? I've never trained 4 days a week like this. If not, then maybe I just pull back. I fall back to a 3-day split, that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's the balance of programming stress and recovery. But the willingness to experiment is where progress often happens. So my call to you is try to experiment with your training this offseason, see what you can try to do. And maybe you need a novel stimulus, right? Maybe you need to shake it up a little bit, knock the dust off things, do some things a little bit differently. Again, if you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. That way you can be part of what we're building here at the Former Athlete Society and my YouTube channel. And I think that's going to be it, team. Right? 5 big topics, each one designed to keep you moving forward as an athlete and as a person. And then remember this, right? This community, the Former Athlete Society, it exists because our playing days may be over, but the pursuit of growth, it never ends. And former athletes, we never stop competing. We just compete differently now. So let's keep moving forward together. Let's keep growing. Let's keep getting better. And let's keep trying to push everything forward. I appreciate every single one of you. Take care, stay strong, stay healthy. I'll see you this Thursday on our question and answer call. Thank you.